Alright. You got the lights going? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Shh, shh, shh. Here we go. The not so terrible parable.
I'm your host, Alistair McAllister. 2,000 years ago, a rich young lawyer asked Jesus this question: how do I gain eternal life? The answer: love your God and love your neighbor as yourself. Then the lawyer asked Jesus, is my neighbor? So answering that question, Jesus told a fascinating story filled with danger, mystery, surprise, and truth. At the quaint Mountain Vista Inn, dark and long ago in 1939, guests are now assembling in the drawing room for a quiet dinner to follow. However, the evening will be anything but quiet. An injured man mysteriously appears on the doorstep. Who is he? What happened to him? And what does it all mean? You may be shocked, and you may be amazed, and you may laugh out loud, but you shall not soon forget, as Masterpiece Theatre presents, a not-so-terrible parable. The man is a real estate investor. His name, Guy Random. A guest at the inn who left early that day, planning to use the money he carried to buy property in the nearby town of Simpleville.
Oh no! Who is it?
Yvette, this is one of our guests, Mr. Random.
Ah, the proprietor of the century-old Gracious Mountain Vista Inn is Miss Grace Mountain Vista, a pillar of the community. She cares for her guests and caters to the cream de la cream of clients, which means to the best of clients.
The last thing I remember, I was getting on the toll road to Simpleville.
Are you alright?
I'll be okay, I guess, but my money, it's gone. All of it.
Oh no! You're up and beaten!
Do you need a doctor? Well, I'd say I would, but it appears I've already been treated and bandaged.
Oh no! You're up and beaten by a doctor!
If Jeeves is the brains of the Mountain Vista Inn, Yvette the maid isn't. But everyone knows no mystery can be told without a maid and a butler in it.
No, Yvette. Doctors don't rob and beat people. Robbers do.
Of course! Robbers! They should have gave it away.
Clearly, Mr. Random was in no condition to get back to the inn by himself, so someone must have bandaged his wounds and brought him here. Oh, look, an envelope. This wasn't here when I left. Oh, and there's writing on it. Please take care of this man. I found him on the toll road to Simpleville. This should cover it for now. If you need more, I'll give it to you.
There's almost $100 in here! Who gave this to you? Who brought you here?
I have no idea. I remember nothing.
Terrible!
Oh yes, I forgot to add, Yvette the maid is a little dramatic. Oops, I said little. I meant over dramatic.
No other clues?
The only thing I've still got is my watch, and it appears it's been stepped on. That's probably why they didn't take it. Ricky Blaine?
In the flesh!
Ah, Ricky Blaine, the most famous detective in all the world. No case too big, no cause too small.
What brings a famous private detective here on a night like this, Mr. Blaine?
I've been brought in to solve this case from Simpleville City Toll Road, and I've come to see you, Mr. Random.
Mr. Random doesn't remember a thing.
We'll see about that. What about your other guests?
I'm not sure you can be any search detective. All of our guests were in the house all evening.
All of them?
Well, except the lawyer, Jenny Barrister, and the door-to-door Bible seller, Brooks Finder. They're checking in later tonight.
Whew, what a terrible story.
Just about blew my Tesla off the road.
Well, looks like the gang's all here. Why don't you have a seat? Nobody leaves this room until we find out who done it.
Surely you don't consider me a suspect, do you, detective?
Maybe, maybe not.
You know I never hurt someone like that.
I do believe you, Barrister, but where were you on the night of the crime?
Well, it did happen tonight, and I am right here.
Oh yeah. Point one for you, Barrister. I've still got more questions. You got anything you want to tell me, Brooks?
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You afraid I'll throw the book at you?
Not at all. Books are my business. You know I wouldn't do such a horrible thing like that to anyone.
I think I believe you, Finder.
Do you think the robbers knew he had all that money?
Not sure. He might just have been
A random victim?
Well, the plot thickens. Who came to the aid of the poor injured man? Is the person who saved Mr. Random in the room? What about the robbers? Oh my, I can't wait. Let's get back to the story.
My turn.
Samantha Arrington. It's the delivery girl from Pizza Palooza in Simpleville.
Somebody order a large pepperoni, onion, and strawberry jam pizza?
Ew.
No way. Huh, that's strange. They usually don't get the address wrong.
Well, even if there was a mix-up, I'm just glad you're here. The power just came back on and I haven't been able to cook. We need food.
It's cold.
Oh, about that. I had a long drive.
But it's not that far to Simpleville.
It's been a longer trip than usual, trust me. Well, have a good night.
That smell is familiar.
She seemed in quite a hurry to leave.
And the pizza was cold. Like if she was doing something else. Like Robbie.
Not now, Jeeves. All right, Barrister, spill it. What happened tonight?
You're the detective, Lane. You tell me.
Flashback set.
What's a flashback set?
Oh, what's a flashback set? It's the latest thing. Everyone's so visual today. You can't just tell a story without show and tell.
How does it work?
I'll tell the story of what happened and the flashback artist acted out, so you can understand the facts.
Oh.
Okay, Barrister. You were driving up here from Simpleville City on the toll road when you saw Mr. Random lying in the mud. Maybe, they thought, he fell out of an ambulance. Maybe he needs a lawyer.
No.
Yes, you thought about helping him. Then you thought about maybe it's a trap. The crooks might be just over the hill, you figured. You wanted to leave, but you needed to know if that was legal. So you checked your big book of laws. And that's when you left him lying in the mud. But you see, Barrister, I matched your tire tracks.
So?
It's coming back to me. Someone came and checked on me and then drove away on the other side of the road. It was a small car. Just like the one...
Miss Barrister drives? So it may not have been one of the robbers, but it appears instead of helping the poor, injured Mr. Random, you hightailed it out of there. Alright, you guys.
Nice story, detective. But the law is based on evidence, and, you have got no evidence.
Don't I? Yvette, bring out Miss Barrister's big book of laws.
See? Just what I was telling you. Dry as bones. If I was using it in the rain, it would be soaked.
Except for the page where you looked up who is my neighbor. And that page is soaking wet.
That's terrible.
Is she gonna be okay? That's like the third time already.
Well, it happens a lot. Just continue with your tirade.
Thank you. Listen, Copper, I'm not taking the fall for this. I know the law. I didn't lay a finger on this man. Sure, I gotta love my neighbor, but this guy was just some palooka. If the law doesn't say I have to, then why should I stick my neck out for him?
Ah, a very good question. Why? Why should we stick out our neck or lay down our life for someone else?
This is getting interesting. We know now that Esther did not save Guy Random, and she was not involved with the robbers. It appears to leave only one suspect, Brooks Binder, the door-to-door Bible seller. Someone who makes his living off selling Bibles wouldn't save a poor injured man. Then who would? If he didn't, why didn't he?
Who could that be on a night like this?
I've got it. Aha! It's Miss Samantha with a pizza in the doorway.
What are you doing here? Again.
I guess I should be asking you people. Did somebody order a large anchovy and liver pizza?
That's horrible.
You're telling me I don't have time for prank orders?
No, I mean the pizza. Who would order liver and anchovy?
Let me guess. Nobody ordered it? Well, just keep it. Nobody would want it anyways. Like,
Brooks Binder, I've got a few questions for you. I'm gonna cut right to the last chapter.
You're looking for a revelation?
Don't play hard back with me, Binder. I'm looking for answers. Sell books, Brooks.
Bibles, Blank.
Bibles. I guess that makes you an expert on what's in them.
I know everything there is to know about Bibles. Ours come with an eternal guarantee. They're bound only in the finest, genuine imitation leather.
Expensive?
Imitation cows aren't cheap.
I get what's on the outside, but what do you know about what's in between the covers?
I know everything there is to know about Bibles. Ours, they're use the finest in paper, and all the words of Jesus are printed in deluxe imported ready.
Okay then, what does the Bible say about loving and helping your neighbor?
It probably talks about that, but I'm helping people every day. I'm selling Bibles to people in need, and if you're poor, I throw in the Reading for free.
Hold it! Another familiar smell. I remember smelling the imitation leather. He must be the one who saved me.
Maybe, maybe not. You're an open book to me, Binder. Bring out my flashback set! Okay, Binder. You were also driving up here from Simpleville City on the toll road when you saw Mr. Random in the mud. You got out of your car to check on him. You looked at him and he didn't look like one of your usual customers. So you went back to leave. But before you could get in your car, your foot got stuck in the mud.
That's spineless when you're writing fiction.
I'm writing nothing. You already wrote the chapter and verse. Whoever left Mr. Random lying in the mud got his foot stuck in it. And when he went to pull it out, the bottom of his left shoe came off. Yes, whoever left Mr. Random lying in the mud lost his soul.
You saying I have no soul? Wow, the shoe fits.
Not so fast. Take a look at your left shoe, Binder. Just as I suspected, your left shoe has no soul. So what about loving and helping your neighbor, Binder?
He was muddy. Can you imagine getting mud all over new Bibles? No one would want to buy them. Besides, he's not my neighbor. I've never seen him before.
You just don't get it, do you, Brooks?
What?
It seems you spend a lot of time with Bibles, but not enough time in the Bible. Or better yet, getting the knowledge of God's love get from here to here.
Well, it seems that we are in a conundrum. I don't know what that is, but we are in it. We know now that neither Baxter nor Binder saved Mr. Random, and neither of them was involved with robbers. Everyone else has an alibi, or do they?
That leaves only one person.
Pizza delivery!
Samantha. Well, look what we have here. Could it be Mr. Adams' wallet? Empty. What do you have to say for yourself, Samantha?
I just found it out on the toll road. The robbers must have dropped it. I was on my way to bring it back.
What a stroke of evil genius. Delivering pizzas we didn't order to find out who would be out on the toll road with money? Great job, detective. You've helped us solve the crime ourselves. But if Samantha was with the robbers, who would think would save Mr. Random?
Robbers? I'm not a robber. The police caught the robbers. They told me when I delivered to the Greek meat lover pizzas an hour ago.
Jeeves, your logic would have been perfect. Except I was the one who ordered the pizzas sent to the inn.
Is this terrible?
You ordered the pizzas?
Is this terrible?
Not sure. We're not sure yet, Yvette. Just don't go too far from a chair.
What are you all talking about?
Samantha, do you mind telling me what you did tonight?
I was delivering pizzas all evening.
Sure. Tell the truth. Stop lying.
Anything unusual happen?
You mean out on the toll road? Yeah, I found that man right there who looked like he'd been robbed. Don't you remember?
No, not really.
Random, Samantha's actually the person who saved you.
I had so many pizzas to deliver, I couldn't stay with him until after my shift tonight. So I brought him here and left just enough money for medicine. But I was on my way back to check if I'd actually left enough.
You believe that, Blaine? Have you lost your senses?
We'll see right now.
What are you doing?
Ah, just as I suspected. These aren't bandages, they're pizza napkins. You want to read what that says, Random?
Pizza Palooza Pizza Parlor, Simpleville.
Samantha, do you mind letting me take a look at your order book? You have your tips listed for the day. They come out to $94.21. Random, how much money did you count in your pockets?
$94.21.
Why'd you leave almost $100, Sam?
Because that's all I had.
Why didn't you tell us?
Well, you didn't ask. I mean, it's nothing really. Any of you would have done the same thing, right? Well, I mean, Jesus had mercy on me. He rescued me. How could I not have mercy and rescue somebody else who is in need of the same thing? Right? Right?
Well, it seems our mystery has been solved. Or has it? Miss Baxter, an expert in the law. Brooks Binder is a door-to-door Bible seller. If someone who... Brooks Binder is a... If Brooks Binder... Sorry. Brooks Binder knows every cover from image leather cover in black, white, and red. Why then would they both ignore an injured man sitting in the mud? What would we do? Should we be surprised that the lowly pizza delivery girls saved Mr. Random? And why do I keep on asking these questions when I always know the answers?
Well, it seems my job here is done. Mr. Random's on the mend, the robbers are in the slammer, and the toll road's...
Right, Detective Blake. How do you solve the mystery?
It's the oldest trick in the book. Distract someone with a small little detail and they miss the big picture. But in a way, I'd say we all solved this mystery. Right, Barrister?
Yes, it seems as if I fell for the old trick. I focused on the letter of the law, but missed the most important part. Love God and love your neighbor.
What about you, Binder? Any easier to read this story now?
I think I'm ready to turn the cover, Detective. Even though I got I have to sell one more book to get a sales bonus. I think I'm gonna keep this one. It probably will give me good luck.
And I owe you an apology, Samantha. I'm afraid I've spent so much energy expecting the worst in people, and even the worst in my neighbor. You're right, that's terrible.
There's still one more important mystery left to solve.
What's that?
I call it the mystery of what I'll serve for dinner.
Well, I still have 5 more pizzas left in the car. Not anchovy liver. No, sorry. All I have left are pepperoni.
Well, if my watch still worked, I'd say it's pizza time. But regardless of what time it is, I'm buying.
Whether or not we realize it, we are all like the man left for dead in the parable of the Good Samaritan. Trying to be good couldn't save us, not could save us. The Bible says that we are dead in our sins. Jesus was whipped so we could be healed. He was beaten so we could be made whole. Jesus paid the true cost so we can live. Since Jesus has been such a good neighbor to us, we can be good neighbors to others. Well, you may be wondering what happened to these people after that fateful night. Well, Brooks Binder and Miss Barrister started a non-profit organization patrolling the highways to help people in need. Samantha Ayrton moved her pizza shop to the Mountain Vista Inn, where it was widely successful. However, every day, several pizzas get ordered to people in need. Mistake, or someone being a good neighbor. Mr. Random started selling flashback sets to church groups. Ricky Blaine, the detective, is still a detective, but is played highly on the cost of Mr. Random. And as for me, all this good news is making me hungry. We hope you enjoyed a not-so-terrible parable presented by Master's Pizza. Master's Feast Theater.